WRSP WCCU TV, Springfield, Urbana.
Live from the Assembly Hall on the campus of the University of Illinois in Champaign, the IHSA brings you the boys' Class A quarterfinals, and Game 3 of our quarterfinal brackets bring the Hawks of Riverton against the Bulldogs of Staunton High School. Hello again, everyone. I'm Joe Passion. Glad to have you back with us. In case you missed the first two quarterfinal games from today, let's run down those brackets that were played earlier on this Friday before this large Assembly Hall floor. And in that first quarterfinal game, we saw Carroll, the Pilots, come up with a big win, sending them into the semifinal against Chicago Hales Franciscan, a 14-point winner over the U-High Pioneers. Now, in this game, we've got two contrasting styles, which we'll get to in a moment, but let's find out a little bit more about the origin of these two teams that will be here. First off, for Riverton, a team that comes from a different part of the state with a very interesting history to go with it that brings them here to Assembly Hall with very high hopes of taking a trophy back home to Riverton. Riverton is located a few miles north of the state capital in Springfield. Founded in 1864 by P.L. Howlett, the town's original industry centered around coal mining. Riverton High and the town are excited about their Hawks, and as a side note, the Hawks nickname was chosen from a contest held back in 1938. The winning name was submitted by the school's custodian. The Hawks of Coach Jeff Koger, 23-7 on the year, and come in here with high expectations. Now, the home team are the Bulldogs of Staunton High School, and they too have a great history going back many, many years, back to the 1800s. And they bring that history to try and bring up a new chapter in their basketball history and try and write a new chapter with their success they may have here at the Assembly Hall floor of this Class A quarterfinal game. The town of Staunton, located in southwestern Illinois, about 1 hour from St. Louis, is one of the state's oldest communities. Founded in 1817 by John C. Wood, farming and coal mining were Staunton's original industries. Nicknamed the Bulldogs, Staunton High is just over 1,000 students in all grades. Staunton Mayor Fred Bauer's son, Derek, is a member of the varsity boys basketball team. The Bulldogs of Coach Randy Legender are 24-7 coming into this ball game and bring in a lot of their town folks who are cheering in the background. And so, of course, the Bulldogs and the Hawks will start things off on this evening session of the boys' Class A basketball quarterfinals from the Assembly Hall. The IHSA Boys Basketball Finals are brought to you in part by the Country Company's Insurance. When it matters most, the country's behind you. And by milk, the people who produce milk, the dairy farmers of Wisconsin and Illinois. By Zenith, the quality goes in before the name goes on. By CarX Muffler and Brake. For mufflers, brakes, and shocks, don't worry, call the CarX man. And by Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota.
Illinois High School Championship Basketball is brought to you in part by Charlie Sadler Olds Cadillac, by Kentucky Fried Chicken, and by Play It Again Sports.
A picture can say 1,000 words. Now with Zenith Color Television, it truly does. Zenith is the first TV ever to combine state-of-the-art technology with a choice of closed captioning as an aid to entertainment and learning. For true innovation in television, ask to see a Zenith.
the Bulldogs. Let's send it over to center court and Dick Ludke and Greg Sterrick.
Thank you very much, Joe, as we're set for Staunton against Riverton. These two teams with the contrasting styles, perhaps. The road to the Final Four, to the Final Eight, rather, here for the Riverton Hawks has been a tough one. They had a very difficult start because they were seeded number 2 in their regional, and they beat the top seed Springfield Cavalry, went on to win their sectional, really won their super sectional fairly easily, taking care of Arthur. Some say that the road here for Riverton has gotten a little smoother as they've gone along. Riverton, a very good ball club. They depend a lot on the perimeter game. The question for them is rebounding. Can they stay with Staunton on the boards? But their coach, Jeff Koger, believes that he has the personnel that can handle that shore.
Well, in the middle, we've got 6'5", Kurt Kuffel, and 6'4", Jason Stroish. And one of our guards, and Jason Sowers, plays down low, as well as Doug Robertson. In this game coming up this evening, we're definitely going to have to make sure we contain 2 of their big men. Like, they've got 2 boys at 6'5", and we've concentrated on them for a couple days, boxing them out very well. And I've been very concerned with our rebounding throughout the whole tournament. And I think tonight we're just really going to have to concentrate on boxing them out in order to win this ball game.
Offensively for Riverton, it's the penetrating guards who do the job, Greg, and one of those guys is Doug Robertson.
Well, the strength of the ball club's in the backcourt. Doug Robertson's the floor leader and really the mainstay of the Riverton basketball team. He's a penetrator. He also can shoot it from the outside. Shoots 43% from three-point range, and in their super sectional win, he had a big night, knocking down 27.
How about the road to the Final Four for the Staunton Bulldogs? It's really been an unfamiliar one because this is the first time they've ever been here to Champaign. You see that they handled Bunker Hill easily in their regional championship game and walked through their sectional title game as well, but needed a couple of overtimes to beat Red Hill. In fact, they've played 6 overtime games this year, and they've won them all. Randy Legender is the head man at Staunton. He is well aware of the penetrating guards for Riverton. He believes that his guys can handle that out of a man-to-man defense.
Well, we're basically a man-to-man team, so playing Super Tuesday night and a double overtime, we really didn't get a lot of time on Wednesday. The kids were tired, and we went through a short practice, but we concentrated most of that practice time on stopping the guard penetration. Both guards seem very capable of penetrating. It seems like they had 47 points between them in the Super, I believe.
Andy Kuba, the man who makes it go for the Staunton Bulldogs. We're set for Staunton and Riverton. We'll return after these local messages.
Our national anthem.
Look over there. What's that?
It's a new high horsepower tractor.
You ever seen anything like that?
I don't know what it is.
With features and performance to get your attention.
What in the...
It's rolling down the pike. The most advanced power shift transmission ever put in a farm tractor.
See it soon at these AGCO Alice dealers.
AGCO Alice. For the way you farm today.
Hi, Lee Jones, and at Charlie Sattler Oldsmobile Cadillac, we're changing the rules. To help Oldsmobile celebrate their 95th anniversary, we're offering a 93 Oldsmobile Sierra Special Edition for only $14,995, or a Value Edition 93 Sierra for only $13,995. So if you're looking for real value, come to Charlie Sattler Oldsmobile Cadillac in Springfield.
Rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And the beautiful singing of our national anthem here to start the evening session of the Class A State Basketball Tournament. The Car X Factors of the game are brought to you by Car X Muffler and Brake. For mufflers, brakes, and shocks, don't worry, call the Car X man. Riverton looking to patrol the boards. They've got to keep their head above the water in that department and, of course, contain that tough front line of Staunton. Staunton, as we mentioned, looking to stop the penetration of the Riverton guards. They can create some turnovers, too, with their defense. They're a good defensive ball club, Greg.
Well, that's the strength of their ball club. They're tough on the defensive end, and they're also a very good rebounding basketball team. So that's a real key for Staunton.
Staunton and Riverton, and it's time to meet these guys, the guys who will be watching play the basketball game here this evening at the Assembly Hall. Let's join public address announcer Steve Adams.
23-7. And the Bulldogs of Staunton High School entering this game with a record of 24-7. First, let's meet the non-starters from Riverton. Number 4, a 6'3" junior, Doug Holly. Number 10, a 6-foot senior, Joey Baker. Number 12, a 5'10" senior, Chip Lynch. Number 14, a 5'7" junior, Mike Howie. Number 22, a 6-foot senior, Chris Carey. Number 30, a 5'10" junior, Jason Dasher. Number 34, a 6-foot junior, Jeremy McDaniel. And number 40, a 6'2" senior, Aaron Horn. And now, let's meet the non-starters from Staunton High School. Number 10, a 5'6" sophomore, Tony Del Pazzo. Number 12, a 5'10" senior, Matt Popovich. Number 14, a 5'8" senior, Brad Best. Number 22, a 6'1" junior, Corey Painter. Number 24, a 5'10" sophomore, Lucas Calcari. Number 32, a 6-foot sophomore, Mike Cavalli. And number 40, a 5'11" sophomore, Derek Brower. And now, introducing tonight's starting lineups. At forward for Riverton, a 6'4" senior, number 50, Jason Stroish. At forward for Staunton, a 6'5" senior, number 50, Andy Kuba. At the other forward for the Hawks, a 6-foot junior, number 52, Bo Beeman. At the other forward for the Bulldogs, a 6'2" senior, number 44, Brad Skirtich. At center for Riverton, a 6'5" junior, number 42, Kurt Kuffel. At center for Staunton, a 6'5" senior, number 52, Kevin Meyer. At one of the guards for the Hawks, a 6'3" junior, number 32, Jason Sowers. At guard for Staunton, a 5'11" junior, number 20, Ron Hampton. At the other guard for Riverton, a 6-foot senior, number 20, Doug Robertson. And at guard for Staunton, a 6-foot junior, number 42, Jeremy May. And now let's meet the coaches. Here they are from Riverton, assistant coaches Tom Mulligan and Brian Couple, and the head coach in his 4th season is Jeff Koger. And for Staunton, assistant coach Dave Lamore, and the head coach in his 2nd season, Randy Legender. The officials
Well, Randy Legender's Staunton Bulldogs have never been here before, and it's been a long time for Riverton, 14 years. We're set for Riverton and Staunton here at the Assembly Hall. One of your network sponsors is Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota.
Your Toyota dealers are proud to announce a beauty of a deal on a beauty of a car. A one-of-a-kind introductory offer on the all-new Toyota Corolla with its Camry-like styling. The deal is $179 a month for 48 months with no down payment. It gets even better. No strip down here. You get air conditioning, power steering, AM/FM radio, even driver's side airbag. But it's a limited time offer, so for the best selection, don't wait. Why settle for less than a Corolla? Your Toyota dealer can give you a beauty of a deal for less than you thought.
It's just kind of a pleasure to see something you built that works good.
Butch Unkin is the kind of farmer who likes to solve his own problems, whether it's building a grain cart from scratch or controlling his weeds. So he goes with Classic, Pinnacle, and Assure 2. Uses 1, 2, or all 3, and designs his own post-soybean program.
And I enjoyed doing it. That's the answer. If it works when you get in and you like it.
Classic, Pinnacle, and Assure 2. What makes them better is you.
Terry Gross and Terry Lipscomb set to work this game here at the Assembly Hall in Champaign. It's Staunton 24-4 against Riverton 23-7. Our starting lineups are brought to you by Zenith. The quality goes in before the name goes on.
Good look there at the starting lineups for both ball clubs, Riverton and Staunton. And Riverton, their strengths in the backcourt. When you look at Staunton, their strengths on the inside with Kuba on the inside.
A little bit of a size advantage, as you can see, for the Staunton Bulldogs. Well, let's check the team comparison brought to you by Classic Pinnacle and Assure 2. What makes them better is you.
You give the edge on the three-point field goal to Staunton. Also rebounding the Staunton, size to Staunton, but quickness can make up for that lack of size and strength on the boards. You give that edge to Riverton.
As the tap is controlled by the Hawks, and we're underway here. Hero and Hales Franciscan have advanced. One of these teams will join those two in tomorrow's semifinals. Doug Robertson on the move here. Riverton in the blue and the Staunton Bulldogs in the white home uniforms.
And Staunton opens in a man-to-man defense.
And that we expected. They'll play mostly men, although if they have trouble with those penetrating guards of Riverton, they may think zone later on. Here's Robertson doing some penetrating right now, and he shoots it in for the first basket of the game.
Nice penetration move that time by Robertson. The quickness in the backcourt of the Hawks is going to be a real problem for Staunton throughout the ballgame.
Brad Skirtich has it there in the corner. Up at the top is Ron Hampton. His first year in Staunton, he's transfer out of Livingston High School. As Staunton passes on the perimeter here.
See, Riverton's already causing some problems because they like to change defenses, and Robertson's matched up with Stroich in a man-to-man, and the other four players were playing a zone. So they're playing a box-and-one to start the ball game, and looked like it caught Staunton by surprise, Dick.
As Skirtich missed the perimeter shot, Riverton off the basket with the ball here. This is Doug Robertson. Bo Beeman sends it into the corner. Man with the ball right now, their leading scorer, Jason Sowers. And the long one by Beeman makes it a 5-0 Hawks advantage.
Oh, good start by Riverton. Good ball movement that time, and Beeman knocked down the outside jumper or three-pointer.
Neither of these teams shoots a lot of threes, but they're both fairly effective with the three when they do take it, especially Riverton. Ball going into the post, but then back out for the long one, and Hampton has missed, and we've got our first foul of the game on the rebound effort. It's against the Bulldogs.
Good job by Kuffel just to screen out on the inside and pick up the personal foul.
Game notes brought to you by Classic Pinnacle and Assure 2. What makes them better is you, Greg.
Well, you look at Staunton, their first time in the Sweet 16. Needed 2 OTs and to win over Bridgeport Red Hill Super Sectional. Has never won a state championship in any sport.
Robertson with it at the wing. And the pass knocked out of bounds by the Hawks. So Staunton gets it as the Bulldogs continue here to search for their first basket of the game. There's their coach, Randy Legender. Yeah, box and one. They're really paying a lot of attention to Andy Kuba. He's the main man for Staunton.
Yeah, it almost caught me by surprise on the first possession when I was able to notice that Robertson was matched up man-to-man, the other four players in that zone.
Here's the pass into Meyer, and he misses a short-range jumper, and the Hawks come back the other way looking for more. Sowers, he got the roll. It's a 7-0 lead for Riverton.
Once again, the penetration by Sowers, and Sowers loves to penetrate and then stop, pull up, and hit the jumper. Nice play that time by Jason Sowers.
This is Ron Hampton. Skirted from the corner, and he's missed a couple now. The rebound for the Hawks. Robertson blows right by the defender and scores the basket. Let's see about the foul. They're going to count the goal, and it could be a three-point play for Robertson, and what a start for the Hawks of Riverton.
A good quick first step. He just blows down that lane area. Good body control with the left hand up on the glass. Robertson with the basket.
What a start. It's 9-0. They could make it 10 here in a moment from the free throw line as we have a timeout. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
When my dad died, it was a shock going through all this stuff. I mean, I'm sure he knew where everything was, but to me, it was complete chaos. At least for all our insurance, he dealt with one agent who took care of everything.
Country Companies. It's nice to know when it matters most. The country's behind you.
I guess we're all gonna die sometime. My dad just didn't think it would be so soon.
A picture can say 1,000 words. Now with Zenith Color Television, it truly does. Zenith is the first TV ever to combine state-of-the-art technology with a choice of closed captioning as an aid to entertainment and learning. For true innovation in television, ask to see a Zenith.
Well, the three-point showdown comes our way 1 week from tomorrow at the Double-A tournament here in Champaign. 4 shooters in each class competing starting at 11 o'clock a week from tomorrow morning here at the Assembly Hall in Champaign. Here's a guy who can shoot the three right now, Greg.
Well, a good ball movement right there. Bo Beeman knocks down the three-pointer on the year. He's knocking him down at a 38% clip.
Robertson missed it, but the rebound Riverton, and Sowers couldn't bring it home, but now it's out of bounds off Staunton. Unable to save it in there was Jason Stroish.
Well, a good start by Riverton. They're now 4 of 5 from the floor. They hit their first 4 field goals, so they're still at 80%.
Excuse me, Kuba trying to save it in. Here's the shot by Beeman, and he missed the three this time. This is Stroish, and he didn't get it high enough off the glass. Meyer with a rebound, and again Staunton looks for its first points of the ball game. But here, yeah, good call. So a tough start for the Bulldogs of Staunton.
Now, Staunton very rattled, especially on the offensive end, with Robertson checking Kuba, their leading scorer, at better than 20 points per ball game. He's checking him man-to-man. The other 4 players sitting in that zone, so they're playing a box and one, and Staunton rattled to start the ball game.
Beeman gets it inside. Ooh, a big block there by Meyer, but then the foul is there for Sowers. 11-0 is the score. Inside it goes, and dribbling the basketball. Well, I thought he hit it on the end line, but he traveled instead before he hit the end line. That was Meyer having trouble underneath the basket. Riverton pitching a shutout here through the first 3.5 minutes.
And Robertson isn't even on the mound, is he?
Good point. Robertson headed to Bradley to play some baseball as we have a moving screen off the ball called against Jason Stroish.
Doug Robertson going to Bradley University on a baseball scholarship, an outstanding pitcher. Here comes Sowers with the basketball. It's just a moving pick right there. It's a good call. Stroich wasn't set on the play, and he gets the personal foul. Nice call by the official.
No doubt about that one. Staunton again looks for that first hoop. They have some jitters here in Champaign. That's understandable. And they're also trying to solve this box-and-one defense, which you picked out right away, Greg, but it's not always easy to recognize this sort of defense. As the pass goes to Andy Kuba. He's the object of this box-and-one defense. High post Meyer, and they can't get one to go down. The rebound there was for Stroish. Hawks are on the run. Robertson up top. This is Sowers on the penetration. He's a little short. And Staunton starting to play a little better defense now. as the rebound was for Kuba. Hampton with the penetration. He sets up Skurdich, who will get himself to the free throw line, and Staunton now will have an opportunity to get on the board.
Skurdich was able to slip in on that baseline, and Couple was right there. Gave some good weak side help. Nice dish right here. Nice pass by Hampton. Here comes Skurdich on the baseline, and you see Couple going up. Gets the basketball, but he catches him with body. And it's going to be Skurdich at the line to shoot 2.
Second foul for Couple, and there's the first point of the tournament for the Staunton Bulldogs. Skurdich, a 75% free thrower. Staunton as a team at 68%, as it's now 11-2 in favor of Riverton. This is Sowers at the top against the Staunton man-to-man.
See, Kuba's matched up with Sowers. They brought Kuba out away from the basket, 6'5", matched up with Sowers.
And the travel called here against Kurt Couple of the Hawks. Well, it's been a while since the Hawks have scored. There are the turnovers early on here. Hampton faking the 3. Now they get it inside to their big man, and the first basket of the game for Andy Kuba makes it 11-4.
Good ball movement, good spacing on the offensive end that time by Staunton. And Kuba hasn't become frustrated, still working hard, posted up on the block, and a nice drop step to get him the 2-pointer.
Jason Sowers wearing the goggles at the top. This is Robertson. The pass down to the post is knocked away. A good play by Jeremy May of Staunton. Back come the Bulldogs. They've scored the last 4 points. Hampton almost lost control. May is open for 3. And he's a little short. Stroish cleans up for the Hawks, who lead at 11-4 here with 2 minutes to play now in the first period. This is Sowers on the drive, and he can do it off the dribble toward the basket.
Robertson pushed the ball up so quick, and he was able to spot Sowers right there, and then he took it strong to the glass, but the floor leader, Robertson, set that play up, Dick.
13-4, 9-point lead for Riverton. May from 17. Yeah, that's a nice shot. Jeremy May, the junior, cuts the lead back down to 7. Riverton has the 13-6 advantage here, as you see. The Hawks lost in their regional semifinal game last year, and so did Staunton. Neither of these teams making it very far along the trail a year ago, but both have advanced to Champaign here in 1993. We're down to 1:14 to go in the first quarter. The Hawks seem in no hurry here. They don't find a shot pretty soon. They may hold it for the last one of the period, Greg.
No, I think they're trying to work some kind of a set play. I really think they want to go inside.
As May missed the shot, that's a Couple who missed it. They got a good shot. Wouldn't go down. And now let's see how Staunton plays it with under a minute to go in the period. May from 3. A little bit long. Great rebound by Hampton against a couple of bigger guys, but then he coughed it up. And Stroish, unable to handle the pass, tried to save it in, but he stepped on the sideline as he did so. 40 seconds left in the period now for Staunton, as Jeff Koger is up talking to his defense. As now he makes his first substitution. Chris Carey, who was a starter some last year. There he is, number 22. And boy, they rave at Riverton about how he has accepted the 6-man role. They say that's been one of the real keys to success for this team this year. Staunton with the ball right now.
Got the same defense of Riverton. Still the matchup man-to-man on Kuba, and also his own defense. And it looks like Staunton's going to be content to take the last shot of the first quarter. 20 seconds left in the first quarter.
They're hoping to slice the lead down to 5. They're down 7 right now. This is Jeremy May. Andy Kuba penetrates a bit, sets up May. Good lob to the corner. Hampton has the shot, and that cuts the margin to 5. 5 seconds to play in the period. Robertson will try to get it away in time. Across the timeline he goes. Shot is in time, but not good off the front of the iron. And so Riverton was up 11-0, but Staunton battles right back here, and they're within 5 at the quarter break. Let's look at that last play again.
Robertson just playing beat the clock on this particular possession. He's taking it from end to end. He's just looking to get a shot up, and you can see it's an off balance. It's really a forced shot. The shot would have counted if it would have gone, but good defensive effort by Staunton. The defensive Staunton's what's got him back in the basketball game.
Let's give Robertson credit for doing what he could in the time available there. Well, it's 13-8 Riverton, and we'll return following these local messages.
Here's 3 great reasons why now's the best time to buy a new GMC truck. Purchase any new GMC Sonoma pickup now and choose either $750 cash back or low 5.9 GMAC financing, or choose a free deluxe stereo system, 6-disc CD player, or cellular phone, plus $500 cash. Test drive a new GMC Sonoma pickup from your Illini GMC truck dealer now. Buying one is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Some things in life, they just feel right, like a sunny day or a cool country night. A family picnic with all of its charm and the homemade goodness of Prairie Farms.
Generations of goodness go into everything we make, like Prairie Farms yogurt, country fresh, pure and delicious. Bring some home to your family.
Taste the homemade goodness of Prairie Farms.
Well, some big games earlier today.
A great save there by Merriweather, and back the other way. You're taking a look at the Carroll Pilots. Glenn Box in control and pushing the ball up the floor quickly. Little spin move, dishes it to his running mate, Chucky Cohen, from long range, and bottom of the net for Cohen.
And in the second game, it was Hales Franciscan over the U-High Pioneers. And here's the dunk by their outstanding guard. Now, Brown made the play there, and as you see, Caro advances a 20-point win over Dakota. Hales Franciscan, a 14-point winner over U-High. They play in the first of the semifinal games tomorrow. Here's the pass inside to Staunton's Meyer. Oh, he missed it, rolled off the rim, and he'll go to the line as he was fouled in the act of shooting. 2 chances here for Kevin Meyer.
Stroich picks up his second personal foul, and Riverton's the hot ball club. They're at 46%, 6 of 13, and 3 of 10, 30%. Nice move, nice drop step inside. Stroich gets him with body and almost an opportunity for a 3-point play, but the shot didn't fall.
Meyer looking to get the free throw to fall here, and it does. And while he's getting set to shoot the second one, let's check in with Joe Passion.
If you're out there wondering why Derek Bauer, number 40 for Riverton, wears those goggles, well, they're actually prescription glasses. He's nearsighted. He's been wearing them all year long. His contacts kept falling out, according to manager Jim Thixon. So this helps his game, and obviously it has helped him all year long. Back to you guys.
Although he did miss that shot, and Staunton has the rebound. They're within 4 now as Skirtich has it at the top. Hampton to Meyer, who made 1 of 2 free throws a moment ago, and now he drains the 10-footer in the lane. And how about Staunton's comeback? They were down 11-0, and now they've outscored Riverton 11-2, and it's a 2-point game.
Meyer, good job finding a little seam in that defense, slipped to the open spot, and then turned and knocked down the jumper.
Here's the jumper at the other end for Riverton, and missing it was Chris Carey, but the follow was there for Jason Stroich. His first basket, first bucket for anybody in a while for Riverton as the Hawks lead by 4. Skirtich, the lob, but great anticipation, the interception by Beeman. And Riverton looking to increase a 4-point lead here. We're into the second period, about a minute and a half into it. Riverton has led all the way. Right now their advantage is 4. Sowers inside, and the layup for Robertson. He flashes to the open spot. Sowers gives the good look inside and then drills that pass, and it's a 17-11 lead for Riverton. Andy Kuba, the junior, inside to Meyer. His shot partially blocked. That was Sowers up there, but the rebound basket no good for Skirtich. Now Meyer brings it home, and it's 17-13. The lead back down to 4.
Well, the size of Staunton, they've got the advantage in terms of size and strength, and that time it was Meyer all over the offensive boards, and Robertson doing a good job on Kuba. Kuba with only 2 points here in the first and the second quarter.
He's the object of that box-and-one defense employed by Riverton. Penetration by Carey, and then his pass somehow finds its way inside. This is Sowers, and we're going to get a held ball. That was a strange play as he got the ball caught up on the hip of one of the defenders. Randy Legender wondering what's going on out there. Alternating possession here goes to the Hawks.
Brad Best checks in for Staunton, and Kuffel comes back in for Riverton.
Beeman slipped, and a foul will be called against the Bulldogs. Yeah, that's a questionable call. I think the official had a poor angle on that one, as it appeared that Beeman's foot just slipped out from underneath him.
Now, there's the drive by Beeman right there. You know, Hampton may have caught him on his foot, but it really looked like he just slipped on the play. Might have been a good case for maybe a no call.
Yeah. Well, the trouble is he went down and maybe traveled, so you have to call something. Here, traveling is called. Perhaps
that made up for the last one.
That's just what I was thinking.
You were thinking that?
We were thinking along with one another. That's pretty scary, Greg.
You just were afraid to say it. You let me go ahead and say it.
That's right. That's what you're paid to do.
Oh, I see.
Skirt it to Hampton. And up on top of the new player, Brad Best. This is Kuba with a shot fake. Hampton can penetrate as well, and he scores. Ron Hampton's second basket. Down with a 2-point lead again, 17-15. This game has never been tied. Riverton scored the first 11 points. Staunton's been playing catch-up ever since, but has been playing it pretty well. Big move by Robertson. Left-hand shot won't roll for him. And the board's cleaned by Andy Kuba. Here's Hampton again on the move. Best is a good shooter. Brad Best scores his first basket of the game. We'll knot it up at 17.
Boy, nice look by Hampton. Nice look by Hampton. A nice dish. And right there, Best knocked down the jumper at 17 all. Still 4:42 left in the second quarter.
Oh, boy, a big hole dug by Staunton here early, but they've not dug themselves out of the hole, and they're peeping out and looking the opponent Riverton square in the eye. 17-17 our score, and one of your network sponsors is Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota.
Your Toyota dealers are proud to announce a beauty of a deal on a beauty of a car. A one-of-a-kind introductory offer on the all-new Toyota Corolla with its Camry-like styling. The deal is $179 a month for 48 months with no down payment. It gets even better. No strip down here. You get air conditioning, power steering, AM/FM radio, even driver's side airbag. But it's a limited time offer, so for the best selection, don't wait. Why settle for less than a Corolla? Your Toyota dealer can give you a beauty of a deal for less than you thought.
At ICI Seeds, we've learned a very important lesson from our customers. Patience. So while we could have come out with our 9 new hybrids last year, or even the year before, we didn't. Instead, we waited. Because just as good wasn't good enough. In a world of reruns and spin-offs, we took the time to give you something completely different. So come see your new hybrids from ICI Seeds. And by the way, thanks for waiting.
There you see our score, 17-17 with 4:42 to play. In the first period, it was 11-0 Riverton, Greg.
And what a run by Staunton. They're 17-6 in the last 7 minutes. Have hit 7 of their last 11 field goal attempts. They started ice cold. They were 0 of 5 to begin the ball game. They've warmed up 7 of 11 now from the floor.
Into the game for Riverton, Joey Baker, a 6-foot senior, averaging 4 points a game. As the pass here is to Bo Beeman. He makes the move to the bucket, and he may have drawn the foul. He did, as he misses the shot, but will go to the line here for a couple of free throws, which could put the Hawks back on top. The foul against Brad Best, his first, team's fourth.
Foul against 14, Brad Best, his first. Fourth team foul on Staunton.
And Bo Beeman, whose father is the superintendent of schools at Riverton. Misses the free throw. He played last year at Divernon and scored about 13 points a game there. He's scoring fewer points here, so he's accepted a new role and done a good job in that area as he gets the second free throw.
But he's still a real key player for this ball club, as well as Kuffel. I think Kuffel needs to step up his game a little bit. He's had a tendency this year on some games to kind of hide offensively.
Hawks applying full court pressure, and the ball almost stolen there by Robertson, but Hampton rescues the play. Good job by Ron Hampton. Each one of these teams, Hampton is the player for Staunton, has a player who transferred in this year. Hampton misses the 3, but a nice rebound by Jeremy May. And the first lead of the game for Staunton. They're up 19-18. Sowers with it for Riverton. He makes a great spin move in the lane and gets the shot.
Well, the strength of Riverton in the backcourt. It's fun to watch Robertson, also Sowers, really work.
20-19, Riverton up by 1. We're more than halfway through the second quarter. Here it comes inside. Kuba hands it beautifully to Meyer. That's a great play by Andy Kuba.
For the last 2 possessions, Riverton's made some changes defensively, Dick. They were playing that box and 1. Now it's just a straight 2-3 set. They love to change up their defenses.
Well, Staunton kind of solved the box and 1, as now the Bulldogs again lead by 1. Sowers has it there at the top. Beeman for 3. And he's off the neck of the iron, but what a great rebound and a foul for Tupple.
He's such a good jumper. He's got to get on that offensive glass. A nice basket that time by Kurt Kuffel. He averages 11 points per ball game.
Now, however, a foul on the other end, I think, against Kuffel, and that would be number 2 on him. So 2 inside players for Riverton now with 2 fouls apiece, Kuffel and Stroish, and that's something to watch here, Greg.
Yeah, Kuffel missed 9 games this year with a foot injury, too, Dick.
First 9 of the season. And it took a little while for him to get into the flow, but they say he's there now. Staunton down 1 with the ball. Hampton tries to change that and doesn't. But chasing down the rebound is Brad Best.
Well, Best has done a good job off that bench.
Jeremy May in the left corner. May will shoot it, and it's rejected big time. Sowers swatted it into the band. Jeff Koger appreciating the defensive effort.
Well, Jason Sowers, an awful good jumper, and he's at 6'3", and boy, just leaps at it. He got a little run, though, at it, so it's a nice block that time by Sowers.
As we have a new player, Chris Carey, back in the game now for Riverton. Here's the shot partially blocked, but it's Kuba who follows up. His second basket, and we're trading 1-point leads here. Staunton is now back on top. You see the time left in the second quarter. Sowers off the dribble, and he can do it all by himself.
He's just so tough on that pull-up jumper. He finds a little seam in the D. He's a penetrator, a slasher, a driver. Then he hits that little pull-up jumper.
He's 5 for 8 from the field. Already in double figures. Here's Hampton trying to create off the dribble, and he gets fouled as he misses the shot. Charged the foul to Joey Baker, 5th on Riverton. And free throws are coming here for the Bulldogs of Staunton. Boy, there's been a lot of excitement about Staunton Bulldog basketball as we look again at the play.
Hampton up with a shot. The shot doesn't go, and Hampton was fouled on the play, and Hampton's going to be at the line. A 75% free throw shooter on the year.
Here back in for the Hawks is Joey Baker. As Jeff Koger is moving them in and out. The free throw here good for Ron Hampton, his 5th point. That ties the score. There's Randy Legender. I said a lot of excitement about Bulldog basketball. Randy Legender says he's taken to eating out of town because all people want to talk about whenever he meets somebody in a public place in Staunton is Bulldog basketball, and you can't blame him for wanting to get away from it once in a while. Hampton cashed in the second free throw as well, and it's a 1-point lead again for Staunton.
I'm sure they're talking good things, though. I've been around teams that they talk to you all the time, but there's nothing good they have to say. That's when you eat out of town.
Good point. Well, if Staunton wins this thing, he'll be the subject of a few conversations. Jeff Koger hoping it goes otherwise, however. He'd like to get his team into the semifinals.
Last 7 field goals in the game resulted in a lead change.
As the long one is missed by Baker, back comes Staunton. First time in the game they've had the lead and the ball, and now we're down to 1:33 to play in the half. Hampton to Skirtich. Hawks hustling out of that zone as Best misses the shot, and on the rebound effort we got a foul against Staunton. I believe Jeremy May, who you see right there, number 42.
Staunton foul on 42, Jeremy May, that's his second. 5 team fouls on Staunton, no shot.
And the ball comes the other way after the foul against May. Staunton up by 1. Riverton looking to regain the advantage. Baker has it into the corner. Carey now down to Robertson. Block.
Nice block.
Skirtich made the block, but the foul. Carey missed it, and now Staunton has the rebound.
Kuba there to clean up.
Here's Best with it. Inside a minute to go now in the first half. Jeremy May. And now Skirtich has it outside to Brad Best. They're going to wait for the final shot. They've got a long wait if they do. But against this zone defense, it can be done. Now, here's the penetration, and Hampton missed it off the front of the iron. Cooper with the rebound, or Stroish with the rebound, excuse me. The Hawks coming back, and the runner by Sowers. Another chance here. Carey gets the roll. 1-point lead, Riverton. We're down to 21 seconds to play in the period. And Staunton now will wait for what the Bulldogs hope will be the final opportunity here of the first half. Down to 8 now. Skirtich will take it, blocked again, but it comes inside and the basket will count. Kuba scores at the buzzer and gives Staunton a 1-point lead. 27-26 as the lead changed hands several times there down the stretch. Riverton with the first 11 of the game, but a great comeback by Staunton. Let's see that final basket again, Greg.
Well, Sowers goes up, makes a good block on the play, keeps the ball alive. A good look inside. Kuba active. Little spin, gets it up on the glass. Kuba with the finish, and it gives Staunton a 1-point advantage at 27-26, and Kuba 6 first-half points.
Well, a good play by Skirtich, too, to stay with that play even after he got his shot blocked. He gets the assist. A 1-point lead for Staunton, and let's go to Joe Passion.
All right, thanks very much, Dick. And Jeff, what do you bring into the locker room with you? The adjustments that you feel that need to be made for the second half?
Well, I feel like offensively we started out super, and then we got a little tentatively, and our defense is really good. We did a nice job on their good ball player underneath, but offensively-wise, I'm a little worried right now. We need to come out with a little bit more aggressiveness towards the boards.
All right, go get him, Coach. Thank you very much, Jeff Kroger. And he's ready, of course, for the halftime festivities. I hope you are. We will be back with those and much more from the Assembly Hall after this timeout.
Today we're going to visit the secret fishing hole.
Where would you be without milk? Milk has magnesium. For balance, riboflavin, for agility. It's remarkably slim on calories. And milk has protein. To boost your energy.
This is the secret fishing hole?
Sure. Ask anybody. Milk, it does a body good.
I'd go back to car.
We only fix what needs fixing.
You bet they'll get me back.
We'll show you what's wrong and what's right.
I'd go back to CarX.
At CarX, we know there are dozens of places you can go for brakes, shocks, exhaust repairs.
For sure, CarX will get me back.
We're going to give you just what you need at a great price, because we want to be the one you go back to.
Yeah, I'd go back. CarX will get me back.
Rattle, rattle, thunder, clatter, boom, boom, boom. Don't worry, call the CarX man.
I lent my car to my brother, and he demolished it. 2 years old, didn't have a scratch. Funny, about a month before my agent had recommended this extra keeper coverage, $21 more a year. I remember thinking, well, I probably don't need it, but if you think so. Turns out, they gave me a brand new car. This year's model.
Country companies. It's nice to know when it matters most. The country's behind you.
Guess it's just a matter of trust.
Farm Credit Services, through our federal land bank associations and production credit associations, have been financing the future of farming in Illinois for more than 75 years. We make long-term fixed, adjustable, and variable rate farm real estate and country home loans. We also offer farm operating and equipment loans. For more information about your local federal land bank associations and production credit associations in Illinois, call 1-800-234-0405, extension 850.
Well, we've got a 1-point ball game here through the first half. It's Staunton's Bulldogs who have the 1-point advantage, even though they were down 11 at the start of this game. They scored the first 11 points of the game. The Bulldogs have fought back. Sometimes when you get a big lead, Greg, it comes too easily. Staunton, though, deserves a lot of credit for getting back into this thing.
That may have been the case for Riverton early in the ballgame. They were shooting the basketball awful well, and Staunton was very cold from the floor. They missed their first 5 field goal opportunities, and Staunton warmed up. They went on a 17-6 run, made 7 of their next 11 field goals. They were able to tie the score up at 17-all. I thought Riverton did a good job on Kuba on the inside, but some other players stepped up big. I thought Hampton, their floor leader, their point guard, he gets 6 points in the first half, knocked down three nice jumpers from the outside, but the strength of Riverton, it's in the backcourt. Robertson and also Sowers.
Jason Sowers with some great penetration to create a lot of points for himself in that first half. But his team is down 1 here as we're through the first half of the game. Staunton 27 and Riverton's Hawks 26. We'll return following these local messages.
A new generation of power is rolling your way. Fuel-saving air-cooled engine, deluxe cab with swivel seat, and the most advanced power shift transmission ever put in a farm tractor. Shift gears with just a tap of a finger. Even the name may surprise you. Agco Alice.
See it soon at these Agco Alice dealers.
Agco Alice. The way you farm today.
Long about this time of year, folks in Lake Edna start wishing for a little spice in their lives. So KFC decided to do something about it. Introducing a whole new way to enjoy great-tasting chicken. KFC Spicy Chicken Bites. Just $1.99 for a single serving. Tender morsels of skinless chicken oven-roasted with a zippy flavor. Get them while they last. Folks here love them. In fact, Lake Edna may never be the same.
We are KFC. We do chicken right.
Last week in the girls' Class A and Class AA championships that were held at Normal, unlike this Class A boys quarterfinal, there was a lot of excitement in the championship games, and particularly an inaugural Country Company's three-point showdown. Dawn Bonnell of Milledgeville, Illinois, won that contest in its inaugural season, and she let out a lot of cheers from the crowd. Let's go back and take a review, of how that went for Dawn last week. Will be our next contestant, and Dawn, wearing number 32 out of Midgeville. We mentioned she's a senior also, and very quiet, unassuming girl, Kelly. I had to kind of prod her coach just to find out more background about her, but one thing he did say, she practices, and practices.
Well, I want to know what side of the driveway she practices in.
The next-door neighbor's driveway across the street. I didn't mention that?
They might want to put her on a Larry Bird and Michael Jordan three-point shooting commercial for McDonald's the way she's setting up here. She's definitely getting herself in a groove as well.
What I like about both Olivia and you see it in Dawn, how she really gets off the ground with her legs and uses her legs to make that shot work for her.
Well, you know, that's been the problem with the girls. Now that they've got the small ball and they've got the three-point line, it makes it exciting for them, and you've got to use your shots, you've got to use your legs to get that shot off. She's tied it.
That's 9.
Terrific. That's pressure.
Dawn Bonnell. Well, that was last week, and the inaugural season was a big success for the girls. The boys will continue it next week at the Class AA finals. And with me is Alan Dale, who is not only vice president of Country Companies in their 22nd year of sponsoring the IHSA basketball tournament, but also the Farmers Bureau of Illinois, the vice president there. But more importantly, you've been coming to this tournament for over 30 years, so you've seen the boys, and last year you saw the boys really grasp the three-point showdown contest. What are your feelings about it?
Well, I was glad to see the IHSA offer the three-point contest, and I'm glad that Country Companies could sponsor it. And the one thing I think it does mostly is it creates an extra air of excitement and allows some kids to get down here to the state tournament, get on this floor that wouldn't get the chance to otherwise.
You've been to nearly 30 Class A and AA boys basketball tournaments over the years, Alan. When you look at these kids out here, what comes to mind? A memorable game team that compares with these out here today?
If I had to pick one team to compare over all that time, I think I'd have to pull out the Dalton Thornridge team. Just an excellent team there. On the Class A level, Providence St. Mel made some real marks down here, too. They were an exceptionally strong one.
Interesting you mentioned that with Tom Shields back here. Alan, great to have you here, and, of course, the great sponsorship and support from Country Company.
We're glad to be a part of it.
All right, Alan Dale, and we will be back with more of our Class A quarterfinal game here with the Bulldogs leading the Hawks by just 1 here at the break.
I guess by now I've owned at least a dozen cars, but I never really got what I wanted. Until now, my new Buick from Jaffray. It's solid, reliable, all the bells and whistles, a good value too, and it looks great. If I could have built my own car, this would be it.
test drive an all-new Buick Regal from Giuffre. It may just be the car of your dreams.
It's the perfect car for me.
Some things in life, they just feel right, like a sunny day or a cool country night. A family picnic with all of its charm and the homemade goodness of Prairie Farm. Generations of goodness go into everything we make, like Prairie Farm's cottage cheese, country fresh and pure. Bring some home to your family. Taste the homemade goodness of Prairie Farm.
Well, Staunton has the 1-point advantage here through the first half. They were down 11 at the very start of the game, but they've battled back to a 1-point lead. Some very interesting occurrences in the first half, and let's take a look at them, Greg, as we had some great plays for both ball clubs.
Well, both ball clubs had some outstanding highlights, and this guy here could make a highlight film. Look at Doug Robertson. Quick first step, he accelerates quick to the glass. He was fouled on the play, and Doug Robertson had a nice first half for Riverton.
Took a little while for Staunton to get going, but when they did, Andy Kuba, of course, was part of it.
Well, he's their go-to guy. They like to go to Kuba. He's their leading scorer, better than 20 points per ball game, had 6 in the first half.
And Kevin Meyer, another force inside for Staunton.
Well, it's an offensive rebound. It's an easy stick back right there. Meyer was right there. He gets the rebound and scores on the play.
And he can do that more than once. Let's see Kuba here with a great little dump pass to Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer right there. Kuba splits 2 defenders, and Kuba and Meyer hook up one more time.
And at the other end, it's Riverton's Kurt Kuffel.
Well, from the outside, watch Kuffel on the rebound right there. Boy, he can really accelerate. He can take one step and dunk the basketball, and that time it was a finger roll. You got to give the hoop to Kurt Kuffel.
And this is Staunton's Bulldogs, and this is the final play of the half where Kuba gave his team the 1-point lead after the heads-up play by Skirtich there, who got his shot blocked. Let's check out the leading scorers, brought to you by Milk and the people who produce milk, the dairy farm families of Wisconsin and Illinois.
Well, you look at the field goal percentage there. Both ball clubs, Riverton 44, 41 for Staunton. Free throws 1 of 3, 5 of 6. 3-point field goals 1 of 2, and then rebounds 16 to 15. In the turnover department, 6 for Riverton and 5 for Staunton.
Randy Legender's Bulldogs are up 1. Let's see what the coach has to say. He's now with Joe.
Coach, I know you want to get back over there. Tell us quickly about your halftime.
Well, we just talked and refreshed our minds on some of the things that we need to do this second half. Talked a little bit about the slow start, and I thought the kids handled that well. And we started doing more what we had hoped to do the second quarter.
All right, have a great second half, Randy. Thank you very much. And we'll be back with that second half of this Class A quarterfinal game right after this timeout.
Owner, manager, or the employees have to do routine cleaning, empty trash, and run the sweeper, you need to talk with Glenn Freddy, the owner of First Class Maintenance. They offer 30 years of combined experience, and they maintain your building rather than just clean it. First Class Maintenance is fully insured and offers professional and dependable service, full-service maintenance contracts with daytime or nighttime hours. No job is too small or too big. Call today for reasonable rates and a free estimate. First Class Maintenance, Urbana, Illinois.
Come to KC Sports Bar and Grill in Riverton for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Every Friday night, enjoy KC's Fish Fry. Breakfast lovers can feast on KC's all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet, Saturday 6:30 to 10, and Sunday 6 to noon for only $2.95. Kids of all ages can have fun in the arcade or playing pool, darts, and pinball. Sports fans, check out the games on KC's 3 TVs, including big screen action.
Congratulations, Hawks! K-N-O!
Everyone at KC's wishes the best of luck to the Hawks in the Elite Eight.
Well, Staunton has started the second half here with a good move to the bucket. Andy Kuba gets himself to the line as the foul against Riverton here is against Kuffel.
Well, a nice look inside, a nice drop step by Kuba, quick to the glass, and went up strong, and he was fouled on the play, and he's a good free throw shooter, too, at 69% on the year.
Kuffel's 3rd foul of the game, by the way, so that's a key play here right at the start of the second half as Kuba misses the free throw. The second one is right through the middle, however, and now a 2-point lead, which is the biggest of the evening for the Staunton Bulldogs. This is Robertson for Riverton. And Carey starting the second half for the Hawks as they change up. Oh, I'm sorry, Carey just came in for Kuffel, and Kuffel out now with that 3rd foul. Here's Robertson. thought about a 3 there.
See, they've moved Sowers down low. He's playing down low on the inside. Robertson and Sowers trying to isolate on the same side of the floor so they can play a little two-man game.
Sowers does very well penetrating from the top, but he can do some things at the post, too. And here he shoots off the dribble, but that's an air ball. Oh, a fortunate rebound for Beeman, who makes a nice pass, but the shot missed. And now the foul is there for Sowers. So it's a tie game. We're even at 28. Hampton for Staunton to Skirtich, and he's not been able to hit that corner shot in this game, as Sowers has the rebound. The Hawks looking to regain the advantage, and Sowers attempts to give it to them, but doesn't. The rebound is there. Stroish, he couldn't get the roll, and Andy Kuba with another rebound. This is Ron Hampton on the move. Kuba slashing to the bucket. Runner is no good, but he charged anyway. And stepping in there to take the charge, Doug Robertson. Good play.
Yeah, nice defensive play by Robertson, but not a real good play offensively. See, there really wasn't anything there. He had the opportunity to stop, pull up, take the jumper, elected to take it onto the glass, and then Robertson was right there with a good weak side help defensively to pick up the charge.
Joey Baker back in for the Hawks. You see him there. We got a look at him in the first half as Sowers sits down for the Hawks. 28-28 the score. We're a couple of minutes into period number 3 here in game number 3 of the day at the Class A tourney in Champaign. Nice pass into Robertson, but the defense is there, and the shot is blocked. Meyer rebounds it. May have been Jeremy May who got a piece of that shot inside. The Hawks in that zone. They started boxing one. Now they've been 2-3 zone here for much of the rest of the game. Hampton from 18. And the follow, no good for Kuba, but we've got a foul on the next offensive rebound effort. It goes against the Bulldogs.
I think it's going to be Kuba over the back. He had the first opportunity. It didn't fall, and then went back after his shot. When he did, he went up over the back, and for Kuba, it should be his third personal foul. Shot goes up by Hampton, Dick, from the outside. The battle on the board. He had a controlled tip there. He thought it'd go. There he was right over the back of Robertson on the play.
And part of that, I think, Greg, is frustration from missing the tip. That happens so often. As Robertson penetrates and misses, and there's enough contact to produce the whistle, which is a charge against Robertson. So, offensive fouls ruling here in the third period as we see that play again.
You got to take away the penetration of the guards of Riverton. That was a nice play on right there, taking the charge, and it was Jeremy May that took the charge. Randy Legender has to be happy with his ball club the way they've taken Riverton out of their offensive set, and that's penetration.
Here's May with it now at the top. Skirtich at the left baseline. Skirtich runs that baseline and delivers it back out. There's a tip ball. Who's going to win the race? It'll be Hampton, who had the best angle to the basketball. Staunton will bring it back. 5 minutes to go, third period. We're still tied. Skirtich with a good look inside, but the shot is blocked. Stroish, I believe, got a piece of that one. Here's Carey. Carey from the corner. And the rebound is a great effort by both clubs, but it's Robertson who gets the loose ball, and reaching in and getting him was Kevin Meyer. First on him.
Robertson, a good job on the offensive board. He doesn't look like he's quick, but he's very quick. He anticipates very, very well. That was a good effort that time by Doug Robertson.
And we have our first timeout here of the second half as Randy Legender gets set to talk to his team. His team right now is dead even with the opponent. It's a 28-28 score here. One of your network sponsors is ICIC.
At ICI Seeds, we've learned a very important lesson from our customers: patience. So while we could have come out with our 9 new hybrids last year, or even the year before, we didn't. Instead, we waited. Because just as good wasn't good enough. In a world of reruns and spin-offs, we took the time to give you something completely different. So come see your new hybrids from ICI Seeds. And by the way, thanks for waiting.
Your Toyota dealers are proud to announce a beauty of a deal on a beauty of a car. A one-of-a-kind introductory offer on the all-new Toyota Corolla with its Camry-like styling. The deal is $179 a month for 48 months with no down payment. It gets even better. No strip down here. You get air conditioning, power steering, AM/FM radio, even driver's side airbag. But it's a limited time offer, so for the best selection, don't wait. Why settle for less than a Corolla? Your Toyota dealer can give you a beauty of a deal for less than you thought.
All right, let's go back and look at the CarX factors of the game and see what factor they've had in this contest, Greg.
Well, if you're Riverton, you got to be happy with the board play. They got the edge in the rebound department now, 22-19. They've done an adequate job containing the front line of Staunton, but Kuba and Meyer are starting to warm up. Both of them with 7 points. If you're Staunton, you're happy because you stopped the penetration. Early in the ball game, it was penetration that got Riverton that big lead, that quick lead, 11-0 to start the ball game.
Staunton has adjusted to that as Riverton has the basketball, now looking to regain the lead. And the three by Veman is off the mark. No dribble penetration there as they settle for their perimeter shot. The rebound for Jeremy May. This is Skirtich for Staunton. They get it inside. Meyer gets the shot away, but it's very short, and it's out of bounds off Skirtich underneath. It'll belong to Riverton. Both teams having trouble putting the ball through the hoop here in the second half. 2 points for Riverton and 1 for Staunton.
And both ball clubs are now under 40% from the floor, 37% for Riverton and 33% for Staunton.
Here's Sowers shooting off the dribble. Boy, he can do that better than anybody on this floor, I believe.
And that's where he's so effective. You know, he's got a nice body. He can get up high on that jumper. He's 6'3", and he can just pull up. You know, it's a quick release, and he just hits that nice pull-up jumper.
He looks very much under control off the dribble. Into Meyer, and this time he gets it home. Kevin Meyer with his first basket of the second half, and we're tied again at 30. Sowers, who has the ball now, has scored both of his team's baskets here in the second half. He's 14 points for the game. They're going to let him create again. Well, he almost lost the dribble that time. This is Carey, the valuable sixth man for Riverton. Robertson into the lane. He took a hard shot and made the shot, but the foul may have been called before the shot. Brad Skirtich got him pretty good.
I don't think you can count that basket. I think they're going to have to wipe that basket. Watch the penetration of Robertson. A good quick move right there. You're going to see the little bump right there.
Pretty close.
Skirtich. Yeah, the bump was there, but they're not going to count the basket. See, there's the bump right there before the shot's released.
Would have counted in the NBA.
Continuation, huh?
Inbounds pass for Riverton. Here's Beeman. Nice pass into the post. And now Stroish, but he traveled before he got his shot away. Yep. So we're still tied, 30-30, and now the Bulldogs have a chance to get the lead back. Skirtich holds it in the corner.
See, Kuffle's got to give Riverton quality time. He's playing with 3 fouls. He's got to do a quality job inside. Oh, a nice turnaround jumper on that play right there by Skirtich on the inside.
Meyer gets the bucket. That's 5 for him. And they're really getting the ball into that post right now. Staunton is as they again lead by 2. Sowers bumped a bit there by Jeremy May, who's called for the foul. And that's his third. And it's number 5 on the team already against the Staunton Bulldogs. Fouls could be a factor in this one. Here's the shot off the inbounds pass, and Sowers has his 8th field goal of the game, and we're tied once again.
8 of 14 from the floor.
Andy Kuba. Hampton tries the bomb. And he's off the mark, but another offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. And as Skirtich got that ball, he was shoved a little bit. I think by Sowers, the man you see there. Yes, Jason Sowers picks up his first. And it's only the third against the Hawks. So it's an inbounds pass for Staunton. Beeman there leaving the ball game. And Kuffle back in with those 3 fouls. So he's got to be careful playing inside. Here's Jeremy May. Kuba penetrating a little bit. Now Skirtich at the right baseline. Staunton moving the ball carefully on the perimeter right now.
Kuba does a good job handling the basketball out away from the basket. He plays all three positions. Last year he was a guard.
Meyer, it's the fourth time in a row down the floor. He's gotten a pretty good shot. He's made two of them after missing that time. And Robertson controls for the Hawks. If Staunton can continue to get those shots inside, they're in good shape. Here's the nice pass, but a block! Big time by Meyer. As Stroish was rejected, Staunton on the move. And Hampton with the runner, but it won't go. Who's going to get that rebound? It's Meyer. Oh, what a nice game he's having. Brad Meyer now with 13 points, and he has put his team up 34-32.
Boy, he stayed with that nicely on the offensive end. On the offensive glass, Meyer gets the easy stick back. He's 6 of 12 from the floor, 13 points.
Makes the big block on one end and hustles down to the other end to get the rebound basket. Stroish with a great pass to Robertson, who made a fine cut to the bucket from the right angle.
That was pretty simple, give and go.
And Robertson's fourth basket of the game ties the score, 34-34. Neither of these teams have led by more than two here in the entire second half. And we have a minute to play in the third period as the shot is missed by Hampton. Couple almost bobbled it out of bounds. Back comes Riverton looking for its first lead in a while. Inside Stroish, that's a tough shot, but he was bumped on the play. Jeremy May has been called for his fourth foul.
Nice look up the floor by Robertson. Gets the basketball into Stroish.
And Stroish will go to the free throw line as Jeff Koger looks on. Let's go back to that block, Greg.
Well, it was a nice block inside. There's the block right there. Good block by Meyer. And what I like is the big fellow runs the floor so well. When you run the floor well, Dick, I mean, you need to be rewarded. There goes the shot right there. The pull-up shot by Hampton's not there. The battle inside. Look who comes up with the basketball. Right there he is. Meyer backs in, gets up on the glass. A nice two-pointer by Meyer.
That's nice as Stroish converts the free throw for Riverton and gives his team the 1-point lead, 35-34. Jason Stroish, a 6'4" senior, puts that one down. And now with less than a minute to play in the third period, Beeman is back in for the Hawks as they use a little full court pressure here. It's a zone, looks like a 1-2-2 press, and it's bothering Staunton. Heavy contact there, and they're going to have to call it against somebody, and it's Tuffle who picks up his fourth for Riverton. So both teams now with a starter in deep foul trouble.
Well, it's a long pass. It was really a desperation pass, and Tuffle went for the basketball and caught the body of Kevin Meyer. Meyer, a good post-up center inside, and people forget he's a good scorer, too. It's Kuba with 20 points per ball game, and Meyer, he averages 17.6 per ball game.
Skirtich with it for Staunton as we come down to the final half minute here of the third period. That's Brad Best, number 14, who just checked in for May, as the shot is good from the corner. It's Andy Kuba who nails it and ties the game once again. And now Jason Stroish checks back in for the Hawks. His couple will have to go to the bench with 4 fouls. So Jeremy May for Staunton and Stroish for Riverton on the bench with 4 fouls here as we come down to the finish of period 3.
I really felt like Couple had to play well in this ball game, Dick. I thought that he had to give him something offensively on the inside, and he struggled offensively and defensively. He's such a hard worker and such a good rebounder, but he's not getting much playing time because he's been in foul problems.
Here's Sowers. He got it kicked away. Hampton has enough time to get down to the other end, and he gives his team the 2-point lead as time runs out here in the third period. Ron Hampton, a transfer out of Livingston High School. He scored 20 points a game last year. About 7.5 for him this year, but 2 big points there, and he gives his team the 2-point lead heading into the final period. 38-36 Staunton, and we'll return following these local messages.
Long about this time of year, folks in Lake Edna start wishing for a little spice in their lives. So KFC decided to do something about it. Introducing a whole new way to enjoy great-tasting chicken. KFC Spicy Chicken Bites. Just $1.99 for a single serving. Tender morsels of skinless chicken oven-roasted with a zippy flavor. Get them while they last. Folks here love them. In fact, Lake Edna may never be the same.
We are KFC. We do chicken right.
Are you just getting by, waiting for that piece of sports equipment you need to go on sale? Why wait? At Play It Again Sports, all our used and new sports equipment is priced like it's on sale every day. Play It Again Sports.
Well, let's see that final play again here, Greg.
Well, Hampton, the 4 leader, a Staunton Bulldog, just picks the pocket of Jason Sowers back the other way. Hampton gets the basket as the buzzer goes off and gives Staunton the 2-point advantage here at the end of the third quarter, 38-36.
Our game summary brought to you by Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota.
Well, 20 lead changes since the second quarter. Riverton 16 points out of Sowers, 9 turnovers. Meyer with 13 points and 23 rebounds for Staunton.
I don't think they keep a state tournament record for lead changes, but we've got a bunch of them as Sowers misses here. And a steal by Robertson, and now we've got a foul. No, double dribble. After Robertson made the steal, he tried to weave his way through traffic there to get the layup, and he committed the violation. So a quick trading of turnovers, and Staunton has the 2-point lead and the basketball. Hampton to Skirtich, and his pass is tipped out of bounds as he thought he saw Meyer open inside.
I think he did see him open inside. I think the decision he made to throw the lob pass instead of the bounce pass wasn't a good one. The bounce pass would have got him a basket.
Here's Brad Best. He can shoot the ball, but a little long with that one. And on the rebound, it's Robertson, the future baseball player at Bradley. Nice dish, and Harry gets the layup. Fine play by Doug Robertson.
Yeah, beautiful pass. Well executed break. Gave it up just at the right time for Carey to get the 2-point.
We're tied again. Here's Best with a good pass of his own. Skirtich bobbled it momentarily, and then that may have caused him to miss the shot, but it's Meyer trying to clean up. He missed the opportunity. Here come the Hawks. They can get the lead here. Robertson's pass tipped. Great play by Hampton. He's tenacious on defense. 2 steals for him here in the recent going. We're tied as it gets into Meyer again. He's too far underneath the bucket, and there may have been a reason. He was pushed a bit, I believe.
I think they're going to get the foul on Sowers.
Yes. That's his second. 4th on the team. It was not on the shot, so it'll be inbounded here by Randy Legender's Staunton Bulldogs. Brad Best and Ron Hampton on the wing. The Hawks in that zone defense, daring Staunton to fire it up from the outside. This is Kuba. And a shot rolls good. Left-hand shot for Kuba.
He just beat Robertson on that play, too. Put it on the floor, strong to the glass, and it was almost like a little clear-out play for Kuba. He was right there, beating Robertson with a quick first step and got the 2-pointer to give Staunton the 2-point lead.
40-38. This is our most competitive game of the tournament thus far, as the Hawks, who had an early 11-0 lead, are down 2, and the shot short for Sowers. But the rebound Stroich into Beeman, and as he gets it, we've got 2 long in the lane for the Hawks.
Stroich made the pass. He wanted to shoot it, but spent too much time in the lane. He gave the dish, and they got Stroich for 3 seconds in the lane.
Here's the pass ahead to Skirtich, as Stroich went for the steal, got there to the late, and Meyer now is fouled on his way to the basket. Sowers has picked up his 3rd. Number 6 on the team. And we look again.
Meyer's very active, and there's a good quick look inside to Meyer. Meyer goes up, tries to finish, but he's fouled by Sowers on the play. Meyer with 13 points on the evening, looking for number 14 as Kuffel checks back in for the Hawks.
Now, you mentioned you believe he's a key, and they'll need him down the stretch. He is playing with 4 fouls as Meyer gets his second free throw in 3 tries. He has 14 points this evening. He leads his team as Staunton now has its largest lead of the night at 3 points. Staunton, a 70% free thrower, missed that one. And Kuffel is right there to get the rebound. A 3-point deficit for the Hawks of Riverton.
Both teams are now in the bonus.
As we're down, as you see there, to less than 6 minutes to play in this one. Harry has it at the edge of the circle. This is Kuffel, but his shot short. Kuba with a big rebound for Staunton, and the Bulldogs with a 3-point lead plus the possession. Hampton at the top here. Ron Hampton has played a big game. Kuba back to Skirtich. Here's Hampton's shot. And the rebound for Kurt Couple. Doug Robertson now looking to create. He faked the drive. Chris Carey, and now Veman. Here's the over-the-back foul against Meyer. And Couple, the one who posted down low. Sixth foul on Riverton, so no free throws here.
Yeah, Couple, a good job, though. He's starting to become very active on the inside. The last two possessions for Riverton, they've decided to go inside the Couple. That time, Couple was fouled on the play, and Couple on the year at 71% from the line. He's there to shoot 1-and-1.
It's my mistake. It is foul number 7, so Couple makes the first of the 1-and-1. That, by the way, the second foul on Meyer. And now we'll get another sub into the game. As you see, Jason Stroish coming back, giving Bo Veman a rest. Couple looks for his 4th point of the game. If he gets it, we're down to a 1-point difference. He missed it short. Hampton sliding in there from the 3rd slot to get the rebound. And Staunton up by 2 with the ball. Here's Best. 4:45 to play. Riverton led 11-0. Now Staunton is up by 2 points with the ball. This is Meyer, and he rolls it, not good, but Kuba's there to scoop up. He missed the shot. They may have been partially blocked, and now a foul on the rebound effort. Brad Best reached in.
I think Couple got a piece of that shot by Kuba. I think Couple went up and got the block.
And Couple has made a big impact since his re-entrance into the game. He's playing tough with 4 fouls, Greg.
Doing a good job on the inside. He's always active offensively. They need to go to him just a little bit more. I think he can score on the inside. It's really a guard-dominated ball club. I think Couple could go to work. Sowers at the line on the evening, 16 points, 7 rebounds.
And his first free throw attempt of the game is not good. Now the ball knocked out of bounds off of Staunton. The Hawks have another opportunity. And now we get our officials' timeout here in the final period. 4 minutes and 27 seconds to go. Riverton up 11-0, now trailing 41-39. The score should read there. It's a 2-point lead for Staunton, and one of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
We thought the engine had caught on fire. There we were, with smoke pouring from the hood. My mom was so upset. Luckily, I had that highway helpline number that my Country Companies agent gave me. I can get help anytime, coast to coast. Comes with my car insurance.
Country Companies. It's nice to know when it matters most. The country's behind you.
Those extras make a difference.
Hey, could you guys give the dog a BATH?
Milk's got a lot going for you.
Hey, Tommy, we're going to give Oscar a bath.
Carbohydrate for energy, but it's slim on calories.
Come on!
With magnesium for balance, riboflavin for agility, and protein for stamina.
Wow! Is he clean already?
Milk. It does a body good.
Saturday, that is 1 week from tomorrow, the 3-point showdown here involving both Class A and Class AA players at the Class AA tournament right here. And we're looking forward to that event as we are to the entire AA tournament, which you'll see right here. After this game, you'll see Hamilton and Mendota. Jim Albrecht waiting in the wings to help Greg Sterick describe that game as the Hawks have put it in play. We have 4:25 to go in this game, and the Hawks with the ball down a deuce. And trying to change that is Carey, but he did not. Brad Best with the rebound.
I was surprised he put that shot up after that timeout. I thought they'd go either Robertson or Sowers on that play.
Staunton has been able, with relative ease, Greg, to get that ball into Meyer at their offensive end. And they're playing catch on the perimeter right now. They're in no hurry with the 2-point lead.
Yeah, they're back to that box and one. See, Robertson's matched up out on Kuba. And it's really given Meyer a little more room to operate on the inside.
Yeah.
He's keeping the floor spread, and they're letting Meyer work.
Here's Skirtich in the corner. It's a fairly passive defense, the box and one. And it is allowing Staunton here to run some time off the clock. Skurdich wide open, but he passes up the 15-footer. It's a 2-point lead for the team with the ball, the Staunton Bulldogs. And now we're down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. They've held the ball here for about 45 seconds.
Riverton's got to continue, though, to play tough on the defensive end and hope for just that, a turnover. And that was the case right there by Staunton. Brad Best was dribbling, penetrating with the ball, just went off his foot.
Right in front of Randy Legender, who looks on in dismay. Now the Hawks have a chance to tie. Sowers, their top scorer in this game, at the wing. And the pass punched out of bounds by Meyer off of Puffle. Big defensive play by Kevin Meyer. What a game he's had, and Jeff Koger can only wipe his brow. He didn't like that. Now Jeremy May has checked back in for Staunton. He's the Bulldog player who picked up 4 fouls earlier. He has the basketball right now. The Bulldogs with the lead, and the pass through the hands of Skurdich. Can he save it in? Nice play.
Sure was.
Well, they flirted with the turnover there. Now we're down to 2:41 left. Staunton up 41-39. May's pass is tipped, but it still gets to Meyer, or to Kuba, rather. Here's Skurdich. They may have to come out of that zone and go man-to-man here if it gets much later, Greg.
I think they're starting to extend that defense a little bit right now, Dick. I think they're bringing it out just a little bit. They hate to go to it too early, so what that's going to do is really let Kuba and Meyer work on the inside. And those two have combined for 25 of the 41 Staunton points already.
Here's Hampton, and there's a reach-in foul called against Bo Beeman. It will put the Bulldogs at the free throw line. On Beeman, that's number 1. Both teams with 7 fouls now, so we're in the bonus the rest of the way. As you look at Bo Beeman, number 52 for Staunton, he wants a timeout, as you can see. Can he get the attention of the officials? Yes. And so we'll stop play with 2:19 left in the final period. Staunton spotted Riverton, 11 points right at the start, and now they're up by 2. What a nice game this has been, Greg.
Well, they've really made a big run. I mean, they've actually got the lead now, 41-39, and now let's throw it down to Joe Passion.
And the Paxton Buckley Loda Band has been rocking this house all night long. Elizabeth Nuss and her band have won national, regional, and statewide awards. And if you listen to them and you watch them, you'll find out why. Okay, now everybody, come on, Greg, give me some. Is this a great band? Paxton, Buckley, Loda. I'll tell you what. Come on, Dick. Come on, Greg. Give me some.
Hey, I know those guys can do it. That's a good high school there. PBL, the consolidation of Paxton and Buckley Loda. You know who went to Buckley Loda High School, Greg? Scott Garrelts, the fine relief pitcher for the San Francisco Giants.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But one thing I do know, we finally found a spot for Joe Passion.
He took Garrelts' spot there in the band. That's where Scott used to play the tuba. And they wish Scott were back right now. Well, we're headed for a photo finish, it appears.
Hampton is the line. One of the top free throw shooters on the Staunton Ball Club at 75%.
And he nails the first of the 1-and-1. Randy Legender's team now has a 3-point lead. If he gets this one, it's the largest lead of the game for the white-shirted Bulldogs. He did. 4-point advantage. That seems huge in this game. It's been razor close all the way here in the second half. Sowers with a nice pass, and the conversion by Stroish. No, it rimmed off. And now the ball tipped out of bounds. Boy, a tough break there for Stroish. He had it down in the cylinder, but as it'll do once in a while, it popped out of there. Jeff Koger urging his team to play some defense. That's what they have to do now, down by 4 with 2 minutes to go. This is Jeremy May. Now Hampton, he pulls up and fires, and I don't know if Randy Legender wanted that shot, but they may get the bucket anyway. Count it, Meyer scores, 6-point lead, and it may be 7. He's he's headed to the line.
Well, Meyer all over the offensive glass. Very, very aggressive, very active on the inside, and the shot went up by Hampton from the outside. It surprised me. I didn't know he would take that type of a shot, but when you've got Meyer and Kuba on the inside, look at Meyer work. Battle. He really works on the inside. Look at the emotion out of the young man, and Meyer now with 16 points.
And he goes to the line to try to convert the three-point play, which would give his team a 7-point lead. Beeman committed the foul. Meyer missed it, but what a fine game he has had. And now down 6 with 1:45 to play. The Hawks look to score. Robertson backing in. Forced shot rolls off. And Kuba has the rebound. And he's fouled. Jason Stroish picks up his third. 1:36 left.
Robertson backing in. Tough shot right there with 3 defenders of Staunton all around, and there's Stroich battle on the inside, and Kuba and Meyer right there, and the size of Kuba and Meyer have really taken over here in the second half and made it awful tough for the Hawks of Riverton.
Yeah, we heard so much about Andy Kuba coming into this game. He is their leading scorer, more of a versatile player than Meyer, who's a post-up kind of guy, but Meyer's been the big factor in this thing so far.
Well, I think Meyer got off to such a good start and really took a lot of the pressure off of Kuba early. Robertson was matched up with Kuba in that box and won. They had problems getting the basketball to Kuba, but Meyer was able to step up, and he's had a big ball game with 16 points. He's 7 of 15 from the floor.
Let's hear what Jeff Koger is saying to his guys.
Don't forget about who's got 4, you do. You got 3, who else? You got 4. You can't forget about it. Right now, you go through any of these balls, go through the ball. Keep your hands up down here and box out on this free throw. He has missed the free throw. Come on, down the stretch. Come on down, Blue. You come down here. You come down here. No time off the clock. That's your first 50-minute shot. Those threes, you don't need to get. And what are we in?
You see there, Riverton is down to 1 timeout. That will hurt their comeback effort here. Down 6 with 1:36 to play.
And they got to hope that Staunton misses some free throws. So they've got to go for the quick steal, and then they've got to pick up a foul and just hope that Staunton misses the free throws. And on the year, as a team, they shoot 68%.
And Kuba does oblige with a miss, coupled with the rebound. Riverton needs points. A 3 effort is nowhere near. And on the rebound, heavily to the floor goes Jason Stroish. If he can pick himself up, he'll be headed to the free throw line.
You know, in this situation right here, you've got Stroich, a 63% free throw shooter. And I thought maybe the coach was maybe going to try and get somebody in off of that bench to shoot those free throws. That would.
Good point. Well, it'll be Stroich doing it himself. Meyer committed his 3rd foul. Jeff Koger hoping that Jason Stroich can cut the lead here down to 4 points.
You got Perry over there on the bench who shoots 75%. That's what I've been thinking.
Oh boy, there you go. Good call, Greg. As the rebound here belongs to Andy Kuba. He was fouled and will get some free throws now down at the other end. Well, it may have been a legitimate move. Possibly Stroish's back is bothering him a little bit, and that's part of the reason he missed the free throw.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any doubt, I mean, he hit the deck hard. I mean, he hit the deck very, very hard. You know, sometimes you just got to be a team player.
That's right. Stay down there.
Yeah. Stay down.
I know.
I was looking for a good way to say that. I'm not sure there is, but I know if I would have been the coach in that situation, Coach Koger, I would have been thinking, boy, it'd be nice to slip in a 75% free throw shooter here in this situation.
For a 58%er, that's a good deal any day. Randy Legender's team is in pretty good shape. 6 points up, 1:27 to go, and he's got Kevin Meyer, his player of the game so far, at the line. Although Kevin is 2 for 4, and now 2 for 5, but the big rebound for Skurdich, and he's fouled from behind by Veman.
Well, that makes it tough when you can't box out and come up with that with a missed free throw opportunity. You've got the inside position. Sowers is on the inside. Stroich is on the inside. And Skurdich, a good job. Just they didn't really steal anybody. It just slipped back behind, and Skurdich then was fouled on the play, and he's going to be at the line. And he's a 75% free throw shooter.
And he misses.
Gosh, they continue to give the Hawks an opportunity.
Not over yet. 1:21 to go. Here's Veman. His team down 6 points. Carey in the ball game. He's a pretty good perimeter shooter, but he slashes to the bucket and puts in a two-pointer here that cuts the lead to 4, and now we have a stoppage of play. That'll allow the Hawks to set up their defense. 1:10 left now. We'll keep close track of that time. 45-41. Staunton has the 4-point edge. Jeremy May in the backcourt. And he gets it to Hampton. Jump pass in the corner. Meyer to Hampton. They're going to try to play keep away now, and Riverton's got a foul here pretty soon. We're under a minute to go. Ooh, that's a hard foul. Beeman crashed into May, and they called the intentional foul. Oh, my. That really hurts the Hawks.
Intentional foul is charged to number 52.
Let's watch that again.
He's just holding the basketball instead of moving it right there. Gosh, no question about it. Beeman right there. It was a, oh boy, it was a nasty collision out of both of them. Fortunately for Beeman, he did get hurt on the play, but they did call it as an intentional foul. And it's going to be Jeremy May at the line, shoot 2 free throws, and they're going to get the basketball.
You can see Bo Beeman got the worst of the collision, and then they called the intentional foul against him. That hurt more than the collision, I'll tell you that. Jeremy May with his first trip to the line, but he's a 73%er. He's got 2 coming, and then Staunton will get the ball. Staunton has now missed, I think it's 4 free throws in a row. Boy, if they lose this game, they'll certainly think back to these missed free throws. But they're up 4 with 57 seconds left. There, they got one.
That one finally stayed in.
Didn't want to, but it fell through there, and now it's a 5-point lead at 46-41, plus the possession here for Staunton. Kuba, the one to get it in, and he finds Skirtich, who has a pass to the bucket. Nice pass to Meyer, and that may about do it. 7-point lead with 50 seconds left to go. Meyer now with 18 points as Sauer's 3 effort is no good. And Andy Kuba will be headed to the free throw line, and Bo Beeman will be headed to the bench. That's number 5 on him.
Fouls on 52, Bo Beeman, his 5th. Beeman fouls out.
Well, let's check out our player of the game. Brought to you by Milk. Enjoy real dairy products. Look for the real seal in your grocer's dairy case. I don't think there's too much doubt here, Greg.
Now, the post-up center, Kevin Meyer, he's had a tremendous basketball game. 18 points with 7 rebounds and 2 block shots came in, averaging 17.6 per ball game. So he's just a little bit above his average, but where he's really done the job is also in the rebound department. He's got 7 rebounds, and his running mate on the front line, Kuba, he has 14 rebounds and 11 points. So they've gotten 29 points out of those 2 players on the inside.
There you see Bo Beeman. He is a junior. He'll be back next year for the Hawks, but he's a distraught young man right now, understandably so. Jason Dasher into the game for him, 5'10 junior, pretty good perimeter shooter. That's probably the reason he's in there right now. Joey Baker has also checked in for Riverton as Jeff Koger is getting his 3 shooters in the game. Meanwhile, Andy Kuba at the line, where the Bulldogs have really struggled. Kuba gets that one, though, and the lead is up to 8. Now 9. Just over a half minute to go. Sauer's all the way to the hoop. And that cuts it to 7, and now the Hawks will use their final timeout with 35 seconds to go, but it looks fairly bleak here for Riverton's Hawks.
Nice drive that time by Sauers. Those Sauers now with 18 points in the ballgame on 9 of 19 from the floor. He also has 7 rebounds, and when you look at the free throws, Riverton's only had 9 opportunities at the line. They're 4 of 9, so the free throws are a story in the ballgame. And it's been Staunton. They've got 12 points at the line, 12 of 20, and let's go in and see if we can't listen to the head coach, Jeff Codger of Riverton.
All right, then anybody but 20, take the guy off the ball, don't foul 20. Let's put you on 20. All right, both of them are there on 20. Stay close to the ball. Everybody else has got a man. You close to the ball. None of this pushing. Don't use shoulder. I have no timeouts left. So you can't use the timeouts anymore. Keep your heads up, pushing for Riverton. All right? Don't forget that. We're class.
And here's Randy Legender.
You're at the 10-second line. You're at the 10-second line. Still got 3 timeouts. Right? Okay? Come on. Great shot. Move the ball. Come on. Move the ball. Go.
this issue is not yet decided as far as those two guys are concerned, Greg.
Both of them really doing some coaching. Riverton really has struggled shooting the basketball. They've only shot at a 38% clip, and in their win over Arthur, they shot 71% in the Super.
Staunton unable to get the inbounds pass it wanted, and so Cuba burns one of their remaining timeouts. They still have 2 to go, and that's a good decision by Andy Cuba. If you don't, especially with that number of timeouts remaining, Greg, if you don't have the available pass you want, you won't use them next game.
You don't get to use them the next game, do you, Dick? So I like the decision by Cuba also, and I really like Staunton's ball club. You know, they had an opportunity just to really fold when they went, when Riverton went on that 11-0 run early, but they hung tough and really battled back, and they're enjoying a 7-point lead.
Let's see if we can hear some more of Randy Legender of the Staunton Bulldogs.
Still got 2 timeouts. Come on, break sharp. Get the ball. Put it on the ground. Look to dish it. Okay? Put it on the ground. See if you can take it. If you can't, let's dish it.
And Jeff Coker talking it over with his guys as they break that huddle. Randy Legender, the guy for Staunton, is an interesting story. He's been at that school 23 years. He's been the head coach only 5 of those years. He was head coach for 2 seasons and then became the principal at that school and decided to get away from coaching. But he wanted to get back into it. His coach left, and he thought, well, yeah, I'll try it again, and I'm sure he's glad he did. As his team may be headed here to the semifinals. Right now, they'll be headed to the free throw line. In for the Hawks, Mike Howie. He checked in during that last time out, and he's the one assessed the foul here. And Ron Hampton will go to the line. He made all 4 of his free throws so far as you look at number 20 for the Staunton Bulldogs.
Yeah, for the ball game, Riverton only 4 of 9, 44%, 60% for Staunton. They're 12 of 20, so 8 more points at the line for Staunton.
Neither team has shot a very good percentage, but yeah, Staunton with many more opportunities as they miss another chance there. So it's a 7-point difference, and the Hawks looking for 3 as the shot is an air ball for Jason Dasher, and on the rebound, another foul against the Hawks. Tumbling down to the floor is the man who committed the foul. That was Chris Carey. We're down to 23 seconds to go now. Next up, it'll be Mendota and Hamilton in our final quarterfinal round game of the day. And tomorrow, of course, the semifinals. Championship game tomorrow evening. We'll crown another Class A champion, a new champion this year.
Well, Dick, we've talked a lot about the play of Cuba and Meyer. I really think Hampton's had a nice ball game, too, just running the basketball club. He's the 4 leader of Staunton. A nice free throw there as Jeremy May knocks down the free throw. Now it's an 8-point advantage by Staunton. Haven't you liked the play of Ron Hampton, the floor leader?
Yeah, a couple of big steals. How about the one at the end of the half? That was a key play when you look back at this game.
It sure was. A big basket to close the half.
You saw for Riverton checking into the game for the first time, Aaron Horn, as both free throws are right through there for Jeremy May. He's built that lead up to 9. 20 seconds to go. A 3 by Robertson. And Cuba with the rebound. We're inside of 15 seconds now. Here's the man we were talking about, Ron Hampton. And the Staunton fans start to count down the final seconds. The Bulldogs of Staunton move on here in the state tournament. 52-43. They win over Riverton after giving up the first 11 points of the game. And Randy Legender will be back tomorrow to do some more coaching. When it was 11-0 Hawks, I think maybe a few people in the building were wondering if we were headed for our biggest blowout of the day, Greg. But I think you and I knew better. This shaped up to be a close game, and sometimes those nervous starts, especially in this environment, can occur.
Well, Staunton had the size. You know, it was only a matter of time until Meyer and also Cuba got into the flow, got into the rhythm, got into sync on the offensive end, and those players had big ball games. You know, Meyer had 18 and Cuba with 13.
There's a good look at the victory huddle for the Staunton Bulldogs, who now get the opportunity to sit back and watch Mendota's Trojans take on Hamilton. They'll do a little scouting here to see who their opponent will be in the second semifinal game tomorrow. Staunton 52 and Riverton 43. Staunton will take a 25-4 record into tomorrow's semifinals. Let's go to our man Joe Passion.
right, thanks very much, Dick. And Randy, you talked after the half that you were comfortable with the way the team was going as long as they continue to improve. Obviously, they did.
Yes, I thought we started going inside a little bit. I thought they did a heck of a job on Andy. You know, they did a good job guarding him, Kuba in the middle and outside and wherever we put him. Kevin had a big night on the boards, especially in the second half, and scored for us too. And I thought we moved the ball better at the end when they came out and got us. We just couldn't make a free throw.
Kevin, how do you feel that the collapsing that Riverton did on Kuba actually kind of opened up your game a little bit more?
Yeah, it helped. Doubling up Andy, and Andy would set a pick for me, and I just throw it through the middle, and the middle was open all night.
When it got close, when it was tied and it kept going back and forth, were you guys saying anything to each other to let you know that this game was not over? You still felt confident?
Well, we've been in a lot of close games this year, and we knew that once we got down, we could come back from anything.
Well, Randy, he proved that as a prophet there. One quick thing, in between games, do you like the time? Tomorrow, 2 games for you.
Pardon me?
2 games tomorrow for you now, either way.
We'll be glad to play them.
I didn't think you'd disagree. Congratulations, guys. Enjoy your victory. We'll see you tomorrow for the semifinal. And in the meantime, we'll send it back over to half court to Greg and Dick Lucky.
Well, yeah, that's true. The Staunton Bulldogs need to play twice tomorrow, but that's a great problem to have here in Champaign. Everybody wants that problem.
Yeah,
Greg.
I think you'll like that, and I think you'll enjoy the people talking about it. His basketball team for another maybe a couple of days after they come out victorious, and this one is a nice win for Staunton. They trailed by 11 points early in the ball game, had opportunities to fold. I think you have to credit Legender for his coaching job and the way he was able to bring the ball club back. I like the 2 big guys inside. Kuba and Meyer really went to work, and that was the difference in the ball game.
You pay a lot of attention to one of them, and the other one hurts you, and in this case, and wisely so, I think, Riverton paid a lot of attention to Andy Kuba. He's a great player, but Kevin Meyer was there to scoop up the leftovers.
Yeah, Meyer had a nice ball game. I like the defense, too, of Staunton. I thought defensively they had a lot of intensity on the defensive end, and one thing they had to do, Riverton had the quickness in the backcourt. Early in the ball game, when they raced out that early 11-0 lead, it was a penetration by Sowers and Robertson that set the table and set it all up. They took away that penetration. When they took away the penetration, that took Robertson out of the ball game a little bit. Sowers had 18 points to lead the way, but Robertson with only 8 points, and the penetration just wasn't there, and that was a big, big part of Riverton's offense.
Staunton, not a flashy club, but a very solid club fundamentally, and defense had a lot to do with their 9-point victory here. 52-43, they move on to tomorrow's semifinals, and now we get set for Mendota and Hamilton. One of your network sponsors is DuPont.